Hello, everyone, and welcome to the season 2 finale of Cold Suns: A Sci-Fi Convergence. Da, da, da. I am your game master, Chase. I use he/him pronouns, and we are joined by our normal and lovely crew of players. It's going to call you guests just to screw around with you, but they're not guests. Guests in your home, guests in our hearts. Thank you so much for joining us for this exciting and action-packed season finale of Cold Suns. Before I hand it over to the players, I am going to just go over a couple of very brief channel announcements. We are doing 2 giveaways tonight. The first is a giveaway of the player bundle. So if you type !finale in the chat, you'll be entered to win a copy of the Player's Handbook, the Abzu's Bounty Path, and Game Master's Kit. Also, if you would like, you could also type in point big churn to be entered into our mega giveaway, where we basically give away a copy of almost every Expanse PDF that they make. So thank you so much for the subscription, Salty. I wonder who that beneficent soul is. So all those giveaways are thanks to our friends over at Green Ronin, who have provided all the PDFs for our giveaways this season and last. So we're going to go around. The players are going to introduce themselves, and then we will, after a quick intro video, recap last week's session, where we get right into the action. So I am going to hand the microphone over to Sean.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sean. I use he/him pronouns. Tonight, I'll be playing Deqiri, who is closing off at least one part of a chapter of her life with this episode. We'll see how this all goes. She's a roguish former pilot, and uses she/her pronouns. I will pass this off to Rob.
Hey, Rob at Parameter 804, he/him. Tonight I will be playing Tak, they, them, who is a large colony of worms called a Solegolo, who protects the party with his hammer and shield as we come to this final battle here, standing hopefully tallish against Antoc. I'll go ahead and pass it over to Matt.
Hello, everyone. I am Matthew Foreman. Hi, I'm Matthew Foreman. Tonight I will be playing the role of the Drake. I will be playing the role of Drake, the mystic source warrior with the blade made of light. We both use he/him pronouns, and I'm just so excited to be here, as I am every single Saturday. Except for even the Saturdays where we sometimes skip, I'm still here in this chair, smiling at the camera. And I'll pass it over to Liz.
Good evening, folks. I'm Liz. I will be playing Droogle tonight, who's currently invisible and planting charges, and maybe planning to do something about this churn box if they can get there fast enough. Droogle uses they, them pronouns, but me, myself, and I uses she, her pronouns. And last but definitely not least, I will pass this over to Alexis.
Hello, I'm Alexis. You can find me at VoxFinato on Twitter, where I post about Valheim and Tailspire these days. So if you're interested in seeing my builds through either of those lovely game/TTRPG platforms, check that out. I use she/her pronouns, and so does my character for this evening, Cassie O'Neill, who is ex-military, a bit of a maverick, and is a blended consciousness with an alien symbiote known as a Tok'ra. And I think pass this back over to Chase.
Thanks, guys, for your introductions. We are going to run a quick little intro video, and then I will recap last week's session so we can get right to it. So let's go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage. And we are back. And thanks for that awesome intro video. I do have to point out, it's really funny. So, like, I'm kind of framed in on the camera, and my cat is sitting on a chair slightly out of frame, like just out of frame, and she was just like licking herself with reckless abandon, but you can't see her because she's just cropped out. So I've got that going on behind me. So, all in high spirits for the season finale of Cold Suns, season 2 finale. Thanks for that update about the cat. So, last week, quick recap. The heroes, using that term loosely, knew that they needed to do something about the space pirate known as Antoc and his warship, his pyramid-shaped Cheops warship. They knew that Antoc had taken something from the shard of Halo Ring that they had first encountered his pirates upon, but they did not know what. So, using the resources of a clandestine organization known as Grayscale, that Cassie O'Neill used to be a part of, and their collective set of knowledge and skills, the Freelancers concocted a plan where they would use a self-capable small ship to surreptitiously infiltrate the Cheops. And while a group of Grayscale operatives planted remote detonated plastic explosives in certain areas of the ship, the crew, the Freelancers here, would sneak through the maintenance shafts of the ship, plant some explosives in key areas beneath the reactor room, and then they were able to infiltrate to the very core of the ship and its pinch fusion reactor. There within, they found several pirates that seemed to be doing some kind of experiments with the anomaly, this strange other dimensional creature or being that they had encountered while on the ring. I would say a pitched battle ensued, where it seemed that the Freelancers had been getting the upper hand of the pirates. They were completely caught off guard and unexpecting an attack at the very heart of their ship. That being said, a alarm was sounded, and several seconds later, clad in their power armor Javelin, Antoc, the space pirate captain, appeared in the engine room to confront the players that were the party that was attacking his ship. We are going to pick right up in the middle of a pitched battle, and we're going to get right to it. And thank you very much to Cuddler for the subscription. So I am going to Rob, if you can go ahead and show the map. Awesome. And you could probably bring it down a little bit. Yeah, and I think it's far enough over because you can see where Antoc is. I think it just, if it comes down to center, maybe Cassie and Deqiri on the map for everyone. Awesome. I will get some music going. So just to set the scene for you guys, you had defeated several of the pirates within the engine room. Drake had just silenced the alarm. Drake and Droogle are both invisible due to Drake's source abilities. Droogle has planted one plastic explosive near the core of the reactor, and descending from the gravity lift in towering over you all, 8 feet tall in this kind of rusted with tones of brown and orange power armor. It doesn't seem to be super well maintained. It has a patina of wear and abuse. You can see Antoc slowly lowering themselves to the ground, these kind of jet reactor thrusters causing them to hover. In one hand, they are holding a large mace that has electricity cackling over its surface, and in the other hand, they're holding a spiker. Normally, this is a rifle-sized weapon, but in their large hands, it is nothing more than a pistol. And you can, as he kind of gazes upon each of you, the panel on the front of his armor opens up, and you can see his Sashayan face. It's kind of a light blue skin with a row of 6 reddish eyes. He locks those red eyes upon you, Deqiri, and he says,
"What the fuck are you doing on my ship?"
And then we are going to continue with the initiative. Can everyone hear the music all right? Beautiful. Just popping out this character sheet here. You can see, I would say Antoc looks down at you, Tack, the nearest one, having used a large portion of his movement to get into the room. He, with a burst of the jets on the back of his power armor, comes rocketing down at you with this cackling mace and swings it at you, bearing down like some kind of Valkyrie.
This is fine. Oh no. Yeah,
Does
that will
21 hit
that,
your
yes, that will hit.
He did stunt with 6 stunt points. So I'm going to quickly open up these combat stunts real quick in my book. Starting out strong here.
Yeah, we're gaming. Nervous laughter.
Yeah, exactly. All of us, like,
What the fuck?
I'm going to use... Okay, I've got this. So I'm going to roll his damage really quick, and then I will assign his stunts. You take 18 points of damage as his cackling mace slams into you.
Is any of it piercing?
Nope.
Perfect.
So your 8 points of damage reduction apply. With 3 of their stunt points, they lift their large rifle-sized pistol and level it on you, Cassie. Not Cassie, Deqiri. Does that hit?
A 20 would hit, yep.
Gotcha. And that deals 15 points of damage. I do not believe that the spiker is armor piercing, but let me double check. Nope, it is not armor. Oh, actually it does. It does ignore 2 points of armor.
Okay.
So, the hammer comes slamming down. So with their lightning attack, and then with their other points, they are going to use, because he is a commander, a pilot. He is going to, he is going to use double. He'll just use knock prone because that makes more sense. So, Tack, when he slams into you with his hammer, you are flung from your feet and knocked to the ground. It reverberates as his body hits the floor, and he kind of looks over at you, Deqiri, and says,
"I'm going to end what Rob started."
And that is Antoc's turn. If I'm reading this correctly, the next on the initiative is the Kigyar with a 15. It is no longer holding a needler rifle because Tack disarmed it in the previous round and threw its needler rifle up the gravity lift. So I put on here, because you guys had downed a couple of enemies before, so there was a Zat Nicotel, a Magnum, and a plasma pistol kind of laying on the ground nearby. It is going to use its movement, its minor action, to run over and try to pick up this Zat Nicotel. So it uses uses a minor action to. Am I on the right layer here? Yeah. It uses its minor action to. One moment. There it is. To run over here, and it uses its other to pick up the Zat Nicotel. So it kind of arms itself, and it has this energy shield up, just kind of trying to protect itself. So that is the Kigyar's turn with a 15. At a 13, it is the Ungoi with the plasma pistol's turn. Drake, can you remind me, are you visible right now? You attacked recently, didn't you?
I'm visible, but I am displaced.
Got it. It already missed it with an attack roll on you, so I believe it gets to make a perception check.
Perception seeing versus TN 16.
Got it.
If I remember correctly, I don't think I increased the force, I reduced the cost.
Perception seeing.
Sorry, TN 17 technically.
It does not make it. So he does not make it. So he is still kind of confounded by these shifting duplicates of you. He is still going to try to make an attack roll, as unlikely as that is to hit, because he doesn't know that he failed that. So he's kind of looking for a shadow, and he thinks that he's locked onto the right one. That is not gonna make it. So he's just kind of blindly firing his plasma pistol into the room. Just plasma kind of hitting all around, but nowhere even close to you. I would say with his move action, he is going to go 5. Oh, why am I counting 5? That's a what would you call it, a holdover from playing a lot of D&D, where I'm counting out like in feet. So he moves over here with his movement and kind of tries to hide behind that panel from you. That is the Ungoi's turn. Tack, you are up with an 11. You have just gotten rocked off of your feet.
All right, so we will use part of our minor as move to spend half the speed to get up and launching ourselves up, taking a swing at Antoc at the same time. The hammer. And horribly missing. So, yep.
Are you going to spend any fortune?
I don't have this fortune to spend, or it will kill me.
Okay. As you go to bring your hammer down, Antoc interposes their lightning hammer between you, and it's kind of like hitting a brick wall. Their arm does not shake as it strikes. Are you going to do anything with the remainder of your movement?
Nope. I will move one square up, so I'm directly in front of him, interposing myself.
Beautiful. All right. That's Tack's turn. Cassie, you're up with a 10, and then Drake, you're on deck with a 20.
You know what? I just remembered I'm busy. I gotta go. I can't be here. Tack is barely up.
I'm about half health, or half fortune.
Okay.
But if I spent any, he'd hit me again and drop me.
Right, okay. Ooh, okay. And Deqiri got hit too. How's Deqiri looking?
14.
Okay. Okay, since I'm right here, and Deqiri and I are both in iffy shape, I think Cass is gonna try to heal here. see. So, Cassie will will extend her left arm with the Valakash, and I will remember how to roll this. Stunt!
Oh.
Nice.
I will use the 4 stunt points to split power to heal both of us. I will be spending 3 power points to heal 3d6. Come on, please don't. Please be nice to me. Okay, we each get 10. 10 fortune back.
Pretty good.
That's good. And then I think Cassie will use her minor to... God, do I try to move or do I try to switch weapons? Fuck. How far away? Oh gosh. That's less than ideal. I can't get to tack in 1 round. And there's nowhere over here with cover, right?
You know that you could probably try to hide behind the gravity well generator.
What? That's the Kikyar, right?
I didn't tag that. I don't know who did.
Okay.
Gravity well generator is the thing behind Antoc, but that would provide some cover if you were behind it. But that's the round purple thing at the very edge of the room.
Sure can't reach it. Okay, I think that, okay. Well... This is tough. It's tough. I don't like it. I'll move up here, and I'll just hope Tack will fall back if Tack needs help in healing. That's my turn. Sorry.
Beautiful. So Cassie healing both herself and Deqiri with her Valakesh healing device, and then moving to an advantageous position. Back up to the top of the initiative with a 20 is Drake, and Deqiri is on deck with a 19.
Drake's just gonna look at the anomaly and be like, just wait right here. I'll be right back. I promise you're important to me. He's gonna use his minor action to move over here. And has the Ungoy with the blaster pistol been hit at all? I don't think he had.
It has been. Yes,
Okay.
it has been.
All right,
One
I'm
second,
at-
really quick. One
Yeah.
minor thing of housekeeping. Did we capture the stunt points effect on the churn, Rob?
I'm working on it.
Perfect. Thanks. Just letting you know.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna take a. I still got my blade of light out. I'm gonna swing. It's a strong ass hit, but no stunt. It's too expensive. That does hit with a 19.
That definitely hits.
It's too expensive. It's a shame. 11 points of ignore 4 armor.
How do you want to do this?
I just I bring my blade like really high up, like I'm gonna like come down with a power strike, and then I do like a quick sweep of the legs, but I just use the pummel and knock him down and then kick him in the face.
Gotcha.
Knock him out.
And he goes down like a sack of proverbial bricks. His armored carapace hitting the floor.
That's my minor and that's my action, and I don't have tactical awareness, so that's my turn.
Beautiful. Deqiri, you're up with a 19, and Drugel, you are on deck with a 17. You know that Antoc is up after you with a 17. Oh, thank you so
Thanks,
much for the raid,
for the
Valendrath.
raid.
Thank you so much. You caught us right in the middle of a really pitched battle with an power armor wearing space pirate. We're in the season 2 finale of Cold Sun, so we're right in the action. All right, Deqiri, you're up.
Really quick, sorry to interrupt.
Oh yeah, the giveaways. Yes.
Yeah, make sure you enter our giveaways.
Yes. I'm excited.
Exclamation point finale in the chat, and also exclamation point big churn, one word.
Yep.
in the chat for our giveaways. I forgot earlier because I am all nervous, but I wanted to describe one quick small thing.
Yeah, go
Right
for it.
before Cassie leaves Deqiri's side, since Antoc just showed up, she gives Deqiri a little squeeze on the hand and says, "You got this. You got this." And then heads over to take cover behind this little console.
Aw, a sweet moment. But, yeah, thank you so much, and yeah, thank you for the reminder, Alexis. Be sure to enter our giveaways. We're giving away a bunch of Expanse RPG PDFs at the end of this session, and you do not need to be present to win. So, yeah. All right, Deqiri, you're up.
Deqiri stands from behind the console. The wispy black tendrils of the shadow moving around her body. She does so, her eyes go black as she reaches out and says, "We're here to end you," as she throws Shadow Embrace over Antoc and Tac's position. Hopefully, let's see, make sure this works. Oh yeah, that definitely works. So I'm gonna put the back half of it towards his back so that there's more blackness in front of him, and it's 6 by 6
meters. 6 meters.
Yeah.
Got it.
Knowing that Tac doesn't see by visuals, I'm hoping this will give him a little bit of an advantage. And just for effect, I want the blackness to start from inside of Antoc's suit and spill out.
So yeah, almost like smoke, you can see this shadow roiling out over Antoc. Yeah, I would say right now Antoc has a it's considered like concealment, so I think he would have a -2 until he's able to like turn on. Oh no, he can't. He doesn't have anything to see through it. So yeah, it's got a -2.
Yeah, because you flip the box, so the blackness is in front of
Oh,
is what I meant.
Like this.
Yes.
Got it. Perfect. Sorry, I misunderstood. Makes perfect
No
makes
worries.
sense now.
And then I will take my movement, and that'll be my turn.
Beautiful. All right, Deqiri, that was your turn. Drugel, you are up with a 17, and Antoc is on deck with another 17.
Oh goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna place another charge here to get another green box on the thing that's directly across from my first green box. That's intelligence, combustibles, or what have you.
Yeah. Demolitions, but yeah.
There you go. That's an 11, and it's a super stunt.
Super stunt.
That's not gonna do anything, is it? I'm gonna go ahead and spend 6 fortune and turn one of those 2s into a 6, not the stunt dice. With
Nice.
the other 2s. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 instead of 11.
15 makes it.
Okay. Because I'm invisible and can actually run these stunt points. Do the stunt points get me anything on this one?
You have 2 stunt points, so you can use general combat stunts, any of that.
Ooh. Okay. So we've got Cassie hiding behind a thing. Deqiri, Tac, Rake.
And the churn just hit 30.
Oh yeah, because I used the stuff.
That means somebody's gonna win a giveaway, and that also means stuff is gonna happen.
Deqiri, would you like to be 2 meters closer to Antoc? Yes.
I think
okay.
you're muted, John.
I was, sorry. Yes, that'll work.
Perfect. Then I'm going to use group tactics. Choose one ally to move 2 meters in a direction of their choosing for each 2 stun points spent. And that'll be 2 of my 3 stun points because I can still see Cassie. And that's what I've got. And then I will go ahead and placing the charge as a major action.
Yes, it was.
You want to stick a green box there so I don't forget it?
Absolutely.
Thank you. And then I will go ahead and use my minor action to move, and that'll be my turn.
Understood. Okay, so we did hit a 30 turn event, which is a major turn event. I'm gonna hold off on describing it because the timing is perfect. So with that, seeing, I don't think that he can see you placing those. I'm not sure how the power reads, like if placing a charge would trigger it or not. So I don't think he can. Antoc is going to kind of taking a little bit of a step back and looking around the room using his minor action. He is going to kind of rocket up several feet into the air, kind of as the shadow embraces all around him. And as he floats there, you can see a pod on his shoulder raises up, and he prepares to fire a series of missiles at the group. I don't have a sound effect for this, even though I thought I did. So you can see this kind of thing locks on as he looks at each of you, and a streak of missiles comes soaring out, targeting. Let me see who he can see. 1, 2, 3. So this would be targeting Deqiri, Cassie, and Drake. So I'm going
to cover from this console, right? Yes.
Yeah. So this is kind of like an explosion. So you'll get to make. He's going to make one attack roll, and then you would make like an acrobatics test to have the damage. And I would say you specifically said you were going to take cover, so I'd say you have a +2 to that. And you also don't. If you check the cover handout, you would get damage reduction too. Like cover provides damage reduction.
That's very good to know.
So just to clarify, Chase, how high up did he go? Because I thought I might have some cover from the shadow.
He has quite a bit of movement. He would have, I would say he would fly up until he would fly up out of it. So if it's 3 squares up, right? Because it's 6 meters. So I would say that he's probably 10 to 12 meters up.
Okay.
Got it. Let me get this. So I'm going to fire his shoulder missiles. So the TN to beat is 17 for the reflex save. Or dexterity acrobatics. Reflex. What's this name? Your reflex defense, your THACO.
No.
Did I get a +2 to that, yeah?
Yes, you do.
Cool.
Oh, rolled really well for damage. So, yep. So can't do this a lot. So this kind of you see this pod opens up on their shoulder, and Drake, he can see you as you've made your attack on this Ongoy, and these missiles go soaring out and explode all around the room. And as the missiles detonate around you, you can see Drake, the panel next to you kind of is obliterated, and shrapnel flies into the container that was containing the anomaly. This kind of energy field falling around it, and you can see its skin kind of ripples as it lets out this kind of bestial roar. As it is set loose upon the room. I'm going to add the anomaly to the initiative count.
Oh boy.
It's fine. This is fine. Quick question, Chase. I'm so sorry if I missed it. So I exceeded the attack, right? With my
Yep, so you would take half damage, and then
Half
you would
damage.
subtract your damage reduction from that.
perfect. Thank you.
Rolling its initiative.
And I'm the only one who's exceeded, right?
Aw.
Damn.
I was going
Alrighty.
to spend to succeed, though.
Go for it. It's a smart move. That is, I would say, Antoc's minor and major move. They are now floating, to give a specific number, they are floating 10 meters above the floor. They're kind of jets flying from their back.
So that cover
All right.
bonus, and because I succeeded, I actually am taking no damage.
Oh my goodness, that's good. So you can see
Thankfully.
this panel in front of you kind of absorbs the brunt of the blow, and the explosion wraps around it, protecting you and shielding you. I'm not sure where the initiative tracker is on right now, but I'm going to take it to the 17. There it is. The Kigyar is up. So the Kigyar, having scooped up this Zatnikatel on the round before, is going to... I would say they would target you, Drake, because you are closest to them and they are intimidated by you.
That's fine. Sorry. I was waiting. I'm gonna try to block it. I was kind of I was trying to decide. I'm gonna try to block and deflect the AOE attack.
Okay. Yep.
It's probably not gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a go. No, that will not work. Okay, continue.
Gotcha. So your displacement effect is still up, correct?
Yeah.
Excellent. So the Kigyar is going to turn their attention on you, raising this Zatnikatel in their hand and taking a shot.
Okay.
Update that. That is going to miss. So you can see as they raise this gun and fire, the shot goes wide and hits the wall harmlessly behind you. They let out a angry squawk, and they kind of use their guard up feature or defense feature to hide more behind their shield. That is their turn. Next up on the initiative is an 11 with Tack.
Since Antoc flew in the air and we can't hit that high, unfortunately, I don't think we have reach to hit that high.
I think you could probably jump if you made an athletics check. You're pretty strong.
Okay.
Well, and you're very tall, so you can reach.
In that case, we will jump and take a swing to try to basically pull him down with the hammer. All right, so athletics, right, first?
Yeah.
Strength, might?
Yeah. Strength, might, yeah.
I've got to roll it from the other thing so that it actually works.
Because I don't think that there's a strength jumping. I can double check just to make sure.
I'll take that. 17?
There's actually a
Is there
strength jumping.
jump?
So I would give you a tangential bonus. It's a 16.
Okay.
So 16 makes it. You're able to clip the bottom of his legs.
Nice. Can I use stunt points off that too, or not?
If you stunted, yeah, of course. Yeah, it doesn't change the roll.
Okay. Let me roll my attack as well.
Because yeah, I mean, it would probably be like a general combat stunt or something, you know?
Knock prone. For 2.
Awesome.
Off 2 of that, and then as well, let's do taunt as part of that too for the other 2.
Gotcha. And go ahead and roll your attack and all that.
Yeah.
Because I see why you asked, because it's not really like you were making an attack as like a result of something, but you know, it's the finale and you rolled really well.
20.
I want
20
you to
to
have
hit.
Yep, 20 hits.
Okay. So 10 points for the shield.
Gotcha. How do you describe this? Because you're taking him to the ground.
So jumping up the hammer just out of the smoke, and then just bam, and he just drops back down into the smoke.
And
then you hear like, "Stay down here."
Yeah,
as
were you
the
laughing
taunt.
at me? Awesome. So taunt means that he has to include you in his next attack, right?
We have to make a communication deception check against willpower self-discipline.
Oh, okay. So you go ahead and roll yours, and I'll pull theirs up.
Deception. 11. Okay, so he doesn't have to unless he wants to.
He might. You've bruised his ego a little bit, knocking him out of the sky like that. So awesome. You can tell that you can see the energy shield that envelops him ripples as the hammer makes contact with it. It doesn't quite go down, but you can see that you've lowered its effectiveness.
2 more stunt points. So
Okay.
I'm gonna also use overcome toughness. So that 10 overcomes the toughness is considered half its normal value rounded down. If that counts for that. But.
Just so you don't waste it, the shields don't really have any toughness.
Got it. Okay, so that doesn't count. Vicious blow. It
Punch
doesn't.
back.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. Okay, yeah, I'll heal with adrenaline rush. Thank you. No, that is a good call.
Adrenaline rush.
So yes, adrenaline rush.
Awesome.
Sorry.
How do you want to describe this? Yeah, that was really funny. You just kill him with one hit. He was a paper tiger. Okay, next, is that your turn, Tack?
That will be my turn.
Gotcha. So leaping up, knocking Antoc from the sky like a pinata. Cassie, you're up with a 10 on the initiative, and Drake, you're on deck with a 20. Oh, actually, the anomaly will be after Cassie with a 9.
Oh.
Hi, Sasha.
What was the anomaly's behavior up until now?
A little hard to describe, but Drake was doing his best to antagonize it, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna let Drake handle that. For now, I think. Can I see Antoc through the smoke or no?
Would you like to read Shadow's Embrace, Sean?
Oh, as soon as I find it. Sorry, I didn't have it handy.
I believe it's just concealment, to be honest. I think that it gives a penalty to attacking through it. I think it's a minus.
I think
minus...
it was a 2. Deep in the shadows within a 6 yard by 6 yard area within 30 yards for 5 minutes. Anyone in the area receives a +2 bonus on stealth.
And I was treating it like concealment, so I would say he has a +1 to defense while he's in there.
Okay. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is, gosh. I'll tell you what, we haven't overcome his energy shield yet, right?
Correct.
And overcharging the plasma pistol doesn't do much until we actually have his energy shield down, right?
Plasma pistols with the overcharge shot does do double damage to shields. So they're both. It would strip them faster, or if you wait till the shields are down, it would hamper his armor.
Okay. I'll use my minor action to switch to the plasma pistol, and I will, I can use my major action to ready and fire at him when he is visible, yes?
The plasma pistol does need to be charged. Charging it is a minor action, so you could use your second. You could downgrade your major to a minor and start overcharging it, and so then on your next turn, it would be ready to go.
Right, that's right. I understand. Guess we're all looking relatively okay. I'll do that.
Gotcha. So Cassie holstering her SMG, pulling out
She's
the.
flung in front of me still.
Ah, there
I just
you
let
go.
go of it and draw the plasma pistol.
And
start to
you can
overcharge it.
you can hear the as she starts to overcharge it. Alrighty, Cassie, you can see the green glow in front of you, and you can feel your hands starting to shake as you overcharge the capacitors on this plasma pistol. The anomaly is up with a 9. Oh, thank you so much for the kind words in chat, Emma. All right, next up, the anomaly. I'm gonna hold shift and click to shift the camera over there. Having been released from its structure, you can see Drake, it kind of with these jerky movements in its arms, kind of put behind its back, it turns its attention to you. And it starts to kind of lurch over in your direction. It's going to make an attack upon you. And wouldn't you believe it, I didn't have it pulled up on the character sheet. Why would Chase do that ahead of time? Does that hit you with your displacement up?
I'm sorry, what's the total?
16.
But it's a melee attack, right?
Correct.
It just hits.
Alrighty. As it strikes you, only does 6 points of damage, which I don't even think gets past your toughness. However, I need you to roll me a Constitution tolerance test.
Sure thing. That is a 9.
A 9? Okay, so you take an extra 2d6 points of damage from this. So that would be a total of 14 points of damage. So you can see as this tendril lashes out, at first it doesn't feel like it's gonna really do a whole lot to, but then you can see part of the armor in the front of part of the medium combat armor that you wear kind of starts to sizzle, and you can see like globules of it start to kind of rise in the air, and you feel an intense burning in your chest as it's trying to burrow its way through your armor.
Gross.
And that is the Anomaly's turn. Now to the top of the initiative with a 20, Drake.
Drake's winded, and he just looks at the Anomaly and says, "Oh, listen, I know you're obsessed with me, but I'm a heartbreaker. I'm just not ready for this kind of a commitment." And then I'm going to use a minor action to enter a dark rage. As red crackling lightning and a massive scream is released and kind of shakes everything around me. Let me see here. Let me roll it. Girl. +1/+1. Perfection. That's 5 stunt points, and I definitely succeed. Yeah. I'm going to spend 1 point. Oh god, this is disgusting. I'm going to spend 4 points to do Bloodlust, which I get to a free attack by entering my Dark Rage, and I'm going to spend a point to recover some health. The other stunt point to recover willpower +1 for every 1 stunt point I spend. By the way, this is written ambiguously. I'm assuming it's willpower +1, and like if I spend 2 stunt points, it's willpower +2, not willpower +1 times 2.
Oh, right, yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I get back some Virginia. So I will take that back because I'm looking a little rough. And then I will take my free attack that I just got against him with Bloodlust. 18 to hit, because now I have a +1 to attack.
18 hits.
And this is a triggered event, so the stunt points don't apply.
Right. Of course.
I get a +3 to damage. So 14 points of damage.
Excellent.
Okay. Now with my regular action, I will make another attack. At a +1. 15 to hit the anomaly. Chaz.
Oh, 15 hit the anomaly. 15 hits.
Okay. And that's ignore 4 armor, of course, the 14. And another 14 points of damage, ignore 4 armor.
Excellent. Yeah, you are hacking into this thing. So, excuse me. As you are slashing out. Oh, actually, if you want to describe your attacks since you made them.
Yeah, so I release like the massive roar and the burst of energy and the lightning, and like the lightning gathers around the blade of light, and it turns the normally white light like a kind of a darker color, a darker red, and I just slam twice with all the strength and all the force, completely savage attacks towards the anomaly.
And you can see where the blade of light is hitting. It's kind of leaving these long rins that are kind of filling in behind it, like a kind of like a Newtonian fluid, as they kind of spiral off and evaporate.
Okay, so that's 14 damage twice, and 14, ignore 4 armor both times, and that's my turn.
Beautiful. And I would say, Deqiri, the hair is on the back of your neck stand as you can feel like a dark emanating energy coming from Drake. You are up with a 19.
No time for that now. She's gonna run around the dark field. I'm assuming that I'm hoping that her eye gives her at least some advantage on this. What I'd like to do is Deqiri is gonna run up behind Antoc and use sleight of hand to place the charges that she was bringing in for the reactor on the back of his power armor.
Okay. Just to let you know, his shields are still up, but that's totally fine. It'll still work. So make me your dexterity test. Make me your dexterity test.
Okay. 19.
I would say that succeeds. Because normally an intelligence demolitions is to like place it correctly so that the charge has the normal and desired effect, but you're kind of slapping an explosive on the back of the power arm. It's less of a delicate maneuver. And you can see like there's a cackle of energy as on the back of his shield as it affixes.
And because I have tactical awareness, I use the remainder of my movement to move away.
Gotcha. So that can be set on a remote detonator. So basically, once you slap it on, a little thing pops up in the corner of your heads-up display, so you could detonate it or you could set it for a time. But it's just kind of sitting on his back. Although if the shield goes down, that thing is going to fall off of him, since it's stuck to his shield.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
I informed TAC of what I did.
There you go.
Real quick question. What type of action is it to trigger the detonation? And can anyone trigger the detonation, or does it have to be Deqiri?
Normally it would have to be Deqiri. Like, Deqiri could turn over control of it to you. Like it's like kind of having a remote detonator. It's like Deqiri has the virtual button right now.
Okay, well then she does that. She transfers control to TAC.
Okay. Alrighty. Next up is Drugel with a 17.
Alrighty, so I can see the anomaly from where I'm at. Yeah?
Yes, you can.
Okay, perfect. And I set down my last charge, so I'm going to overcharge this plasma pistol that I had out, because the plan was to overcome Antoc. But I can't see him. He's far away and full of darkness. And I'm going to overcharge the plasma pistol with my minor action and shoot the anomaly with my major action.
Alrighty, so you All right, roll your attack roll. You get a +1.
No, because I have pistols, and this is a type of pistol, right? So I get a
Correct.
+2 plus my accuracy.
Sorry, the charge gives you a +1.
Oh, so 14.
14. 14 just misses.
Ooh. Okay. So yeah, I blink into existence. Realize I'm gonna miss because I wasn't used to being seen. And can I change that 1 to a 4?
I mean, yeah, you spend 4 fortune.
I will do that. I will spend 4 fortune, turn that 1 to a 4 so that I stunt and make that an 18.
Awesome. You have an extra d6 of damage. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. So I think. Two 1s and a 2. What is this? That's 11 points of damage.
That would be 3d6, not 4d6. The pistol does 2d6. Sorry, I didn't know where you got the extra. It looks like it rolled 4d6.
It did roll 46. Why was I counting 4? Oh, my stun points. I was gonna go ahead and add Vicious Blow as 2 of my stun points.
Okay, perfect. All right, so 11
that's what I was
points.
doing. Yes.
Got it.
And then I think I have 2 more stun points. And Drake is standing right there. I'm going to go ahead and use Double Team as my other 2 stun points. Oh, I have 3
Yeah.
stun points. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do Double Team.
Let me do that. Plus 20 to hit.
It hits.
13 points of Ignore 4 armor.
13. Yeah, you slash into it again. And Drugel, are you doing anything with that those last stump points, or how
I'll
you?
go ahead and
what's
give
going-
myself 1 fortune back. And that's what I've got.
Beautiful. Alright, you can see as this kind of plasma washes over it. It's not an electronic device, unfortunately, so it's not like shorted out. But you can tell it does extra damage. This was a person, they would have been immolated by plasma. But you can see that with Drake's harried slash, it is not looking fantastic. All right, Drugel, is that your turn? Awesome.
Sure.
All right, next. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Oh, guys, thumbs up. All right. Next up on the initiative is Antoc with a 17. He is in the shadows with Tack knocked prone. You can see he looks up at you and he lets out an angry growl. He is going to, you see the rockets on his back light up, and he is flung back to his feet, and he brings his hammer back up with a swift uppercut at you.
He misses.
All right, and he's not, is he going to spend fortune to make sure that he hits? Yeah, he is. He's going to spend 4 fortune to make sure that he hits. And he does 15 points of damage to you. And he has got 1 stunt point. So he is going to say... He's going to use... He is going to use parry. His opponent suffers a -1 to defense until the end of his next turn. So you have a -1 to defense. As he kind of, his hammer blow kind of sends you reeling, and you now have a -1 to your defense. He says,
How about you try that one on for size?
and that is Antoc's turn. Yeah, you've done a good job of distracting him and making him not be targeting everybody else with his death lasers. I'm going to remove the prone condition marker, and that is his turn. The Kigyar is up next. So this Kigyar is still hanging on for dear life. It has a Zatnikatel. Let's see. It is going to take a shot at you, Deqiri. It sees you over there, and the anomaly is kind of attacking Drake. It's maybe it's zeroing in on you. I don't know. You don't know. It sees the anomaly. It would fire at the anomaly because it's freaking out a little bit. Yeah, it's going to make a shot at the anomaly. That is not going to hit. And it is not going to try to spend any fortune, because if it did, it would go unconscious. So you can just see its Zatnikatel shot goes kind of flying past you, Drake, and past the anomaly as it kind of lets off a panicked shot. That is the Kigyar's turn. Tack, you are up with an 11. Cassie, you're on deck with a 10.
All right. So, I don't think you mentioned what type of action it was to detonate this.
I would say a minor action.
Minor? Okay. In that case, Tack will say to Antoc, why don't you try this on for size, and then move back to here, and then hit the detonator as his minor.
All right, roll me 46.
$15.
15, which is perfect. You can see the explosion kind of slams him to his knee, and you can hear a kind of a loud pop and static as his energy shields are brought down, and you can see him kind of look up, his glowing eyes locking on you, and he says,
You're not gonna live to regret that.
yeah, his shields are down.
That is our turn.
All right, Cassie, you're up with a 10, and I think you're holding a primed plasma pistol in your hand, aren't you?
I am. I also have a very wounded Tack in front of me.
Decisions.
Yeah. Good gosh. Can I hold that primed shot another round?
Yeah. It's not great for the gun, but it'll just keep on.
Oh, great. Okay. Sure, that'll be fine. Yeah. Cool.
It'll eventually just deplete the battery, honestly.
Well, it's not my gun. I'm just gonna. It's a rental. It's a rental. It's fine. I'm gonna step forward and heal Tack.
Gotcha.
I succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have any stunt points to spend on that, but I do succeed in getting the heal off. Yeah, I'll spend 3 power points for the heal. God damn. Okay, well, have 6 points, I guess.
Thank you.
6 points is better than none points.
I mean, that is true. It is true. And then I'm gonna duck back here and regain, continue having my cover.
Just this gun quivering in your hand.
It's fine. It's fine. This gun in my right hand is vibrating, like going wild, while I'm using my left hand with the Valakash to heal Tack. Like, focusing on all the things. It's fine. It's fine. That's my turn.
I would say, okay, that's your turn. At a 9 on the initiative, Drake, the anomaly in front of you, it's kind of like glitching, and you can see like its form is like almost uncontrollably taking on some of the textures and shapes of the area around it. It's one thing real quick. Alrighty, it is. You can see that its shape kind of changes, and it seems to evaporate and becomes that kind of kaleidoscope of roiling energy, which you recognized from before. It is still there. There it is, in front of you, and then it starts to float towards the. Darn it. It starts to float towards the reactor.
No, come back. You come back here right now. You fight me.
Let me check that distance really quick. What its speed is? Yeah, it's got enough speed. You see, it floats up to the kind of this magnetic plasma envelope around the reactor, and it long tendrils from its start to kind of reach out towards this magnetic envelope that contains the plasma field in the center.
Oh my god, it's trying to get rid of the magnetic envelope and destabilize the core, I think.
Or something.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put that one on the initiative where it was as a 9. Alrighty. And that is the anomaly's turn at a 9. Back up to the top of the initiative is Drake with a 20.
Yeah, minor action. I'm just chasing after him as I yell, "You get back here! You get back here!" It's not like high up in the air. I can just swing at it, right?
Yeah, you can. Let me check one thing on it real quick. Yeah, you can still attack it.
Okay. Fuck me, dude. Okay, +1 to this. Yeah. 17. No stun.
17 hits.
+3. 15 points of ignore 4 armor.
Nice. You can see like the damage. The blade seems to pass through it more freely than it was before, and it kind of smears. But the anomaly is still up.
That's my turn.
All right. Next up on the initiative is Deqiri with a 19.
Does this the thing that we use to get up into this room, does this provide any cover at all?
Yeah, you could hide behind like the base of it, and you would have a first degree of cover.
Okay. I'm gonna fire off a shadow dagger at Antoc while I move back to cover.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, that's a stunt. 16 with 6 stun points.
Power stunt.
7.
Yeah.
7 stun points, yes. Didn't have my power stunts open. I'm opening them up now, and well, I mean, I think the big one is lethal power, right? 2d6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And what's this? Powerful manifestation. Increase the force of your power. Okay, that won't do anything for this, right?
Nope.
Probably miter power or just skillful if you want to do an extra damage or reduce the cost.
Well, that's right. I do have 7. Yep. I'm gonna add a mighty power on top of it.
Yes.
So is it
3d6 plus what I would normally get.
so 46, right? Penetrating.
Yes. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. So 46 plus 3. So I'm just gonna roll the extra right after this one.
Sure.
So 8 plus.
Mm-hmm.
So 16 points penetrating.
Nice. And you can see this kind of actually, would you like to describe what it looks like? He's still up, but it hurts a lot.
So it still looks like she's throwing a Kori, but she's throwing a Kori of pure shadow, and both strike his midsection and almost seem to get absorbed into his armor as they strike.
And you can see, almost exaggerated by his power armor form, he flinches, not expecting to feel that that level of pain while ensconced in his very thick power armor. Yeah, great job. Is that your turn?
It is.
Awesome. Drugel, you are up with a 17, and Antoc is on deck with another 17.
All right, so we're gonna cool that plasma pistol with my minor action. With my major action, we're just gonna shoot it again at the anomaly.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and 16 to hit.
16 hits.
All right. Hi, Popper. You're really unhelpful. 4 damage for 2d6 plus 2. Two double ones. Double ones. What is this?
Sometimes the gods frown on us. As the plasma pistol kind of wings through it, and you can see it kind of glitches a little bit as the plasma passes through it. It is still kind of hanging there, coalescing, more of its tendrils kind of interfacing with this reactor.
That's my turn.
All right. Antoc is up with a 17. Deqiri, he whirls around as your blasts slam into him. You can see the rockets explode out of his back, and he charges at you with his mace. You do get a +1 from the cover as he kind of flies around / through the gravity window. $18 hit.
Does the relationship have anything to do with this one?
That's normally on your tests. That's like a bonus that you get.
Okay, then it hits.
17 points of damage. And then with the 5 stunt points, they are using melee stunts. They are going to use. Are you holding your needler rifle?
No.
Okay. Then I would say uses knock prone, so knocks you off of your feet, and then is going to use.
One clarification point, Chase. How much did I get for the cover? I forgot about that.
+1, I believe.
My defense would have been 18 then with the cover. All right, never mind.
Gotcha. Let's double check the cover bonuses because I said a level 1. Oh, it's a +2. No, +1 defense bonus, but you have +2 to your damage reduction.
Okay, that helps.
And they are going to use. Let's see. I'm saying that he's probably focusing all of his attacks on you right now.
We are all so quiet.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. He's gonna use lightning attack with the remaining 3.
Oh, good God.
The 22 hits.
Yeah.
15 points of damage.
She's still up.
So you can see him come. So leaps over the jets on the back of his power armor, blasts him forward as he slams Deqiri off of her feet, brings the mace up and slams it back down. You can see the front of the Unified Authority medium armor starting to crack under the force of this electronic mace, and then he says,
You're gonna die on this ship, Deqiri.
that is Antoc's turn. The Kikyar with the Zat is still up.
Someone take care of this Kikyar.
It turns its attention on you, Tack, and it squawks, "You're gonna die on this ship." Kidding. And it is going to launch its Zat Nicotel at you, making a single shot. 17 hit.
Yes.
8 points of penetrating damage.
All of it's penetrating?
Yeah, that's what his Zat is.
Ow.
So you can see this kind of are you still up? All right, you see this kind of this bolt of light electricity kind of courses through you, causing all of your worms to kind of spasm as they pass through. But you are extremely fortuitous and are not knocked unconscious by it. That was its turn. Tack, you're up with an 11.
Alright, I don't care about myself. We need to help Deqiri. So, Tack will run over here and then charge Antoc to there and take a swing at Antoc.
That hits.
20 to hit.
20 hits, but no stunt points.
No, I can't afford it. I can't do that because it will kill me. Okay, that's fine. We'll take the 20. 11 points of damage.
You can feel your hammer kind of reverberate up your arm as it slams into,
swinging
slams
to the
into their
side.
back.
And then I will push them 2 squares down into the gravity well.
Okay. Like this?
2 meters, so 1 square.
2 meters. Yep.
But
Okay.
it should be in the gravity well now.
Yeah, so you can see like the gravity well starts to go, and you can hear the sound as they start to lift. This would count as a hazard. I think normally they get a test to try to avoid a hazard, but I think it's fun and it's not really dangerous to them. So
they do on skirmish. I don't know about heavy weapons master.
I think generally if there's forced movement that forces somebody into a hazard, they get some kind of test. But I'm not going to bog it down right now because honestly, he's got jets that let him fly, so it's not really a hazard. So so you push him into the gravity well, and you can see he starts to kind of lift up as it is picking him up off of his feet. Is that your turn?
That is our turn.
Cassie, you're up with a 10.
How hurt does Antoc look?
Antoc's mostly fine. I mean, they've taken some damage, but they're wearing very heavy armor. Deqiri's shots did a lot to him. Like, it's hard to see how hurt he is because they just passed through his armor. You saw him flinch noticeably.
Okay, well, I'm gonna turn the overcharged plasma pistol to the Kigyar and say, "Shut your yap!" and fire that off. Because I'm only gonna be putting a dent in Antoc at this point, so
You do. Let me remind you, the whole reason that you had the plasma pistols is because he's wearing a big power armor, and the plasma pistol acts like an EMP. Yes. And so it would like make them not be able to move.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll do that. I'll fire it at Antoc. That's right. Thank you for the reminder.
No problem.
Is he gonna drop?
Drop? Nah.
Okay. So I will training the pistol on Antoc. I'll just say I wouldn't bet on that. And I'll fire. I'm gonna. It's the same roll as my Zat Nicotel for attack, right?
Yeah, it's a pistol's attack roll. Yep.
Okay. Good grief.
You have a +1 because it's overcharged, and that gives you a +1.
Okay. Do I have any idea what is it like a general TN or is it a TN based on Antoc?
It's a TN. It's their defense.
Okay.
You're gonna have to pump it pretty significantly.
Can I use my relationship with Deqiri on this?
Yes, you can.
So, and remind me how that works. I get 3 points to put straight into, like, to bonus, to bump the attack up. Is that how that works? Or is it stunt points specifically?
I thought it was stunt points, but let me check really quick if I can. For the bond.
Well, I'll start with spending 6 fortune.
They're stunt points. It's stunt points.
Okay. I'll spend 6 fortune to change that 1 to a 6.
Beautiful. That hits.
Okay. So that gives me 3 stunt points unless I use them with, do anything else with them. Let me start with pulling up the right sheet here. What am I base rolling for the attack on the plasma pistol again?
You mean the damage?
Yeah.
It's 2d6 plus your perception, and you add a d6 for the overcharge.
Plus my perception. Right, okay. Okay. So if I have 3 stunt points, I want to spend... Good grief. Could I use... I'm going to use the 3 points with my bond with Deqiri. I'm going to put 4 of them into called shot.
Okay. Nice.
So expose a part of Antoc's body and the attack's damage becomes penetrating.
Yep. Ignoring all of their prodigious damage reduction. Yep.
And with my other 2 stun points, I'm going to double team with Deqiri.
Nice. So let's resolve that first attack.
Yep.
So you're rolling 3d6 damage.
Okay, plus 2, so it's 11.
Gotcha. 11. Yep.
And it's penetrating.
So normally the suit gets a constitution test to try to not be knocked helpless, if that makes sense. So I'm going to roll that now. It doesn't really have any bonuses.
You mean from the EMP effect on the...
From the EMP effect,
okay.
Yep. So it rolled a 13. So you can see the plasma washes over it, and it starts to spasm. So I would say instead of being helpless, it is just it's going to take on a different condition, like hindered or something. So instead of
Okay.
being like unable to move at all, he's just going to be. It's going to downgrade the effect
Okay.
because it's an all or nothing. But I want you to be rewarded. Now, I'm going to add that damage, and now double team on Deqiri.
And does the damage from Deqiri's attack also count as penetrating?
I mean, if she uses a penetrating attack, but
Okay.
not every attack is. It's just for yours.
I was just asking because it's part of my.
It's a
That's
separate
fine,
attack.
that's fine.
Yep.
Can I use the dagger on a double team?
Yeah, sure.
All right. That is one of the rare times where the dagger fails.
Gotcha. And guess you're not spending any fortune to force it to.
I am not.
So you try to harness the source. Why would you say that you fail in that moment?
I mean, she just got walloped, so she's unable to move her arms quite the way that she expects, and it flies off in the wrong direction.
Gotcha. And I would say right now, Antoc's armor is hindered. His speed is halved, and he cannot run or charge until the end of your next turn, Cassie. As this plasma washes over him, and you can hear him yell out in pain. As the penetrating shot does a substantial damage, you can see parts of his armor are melting off as the plasma kind of boils into him, and steam is roiling off of him. He has taken substantial damage from this plasma shot. You can see kind of parts of his blue skin semi-exposed through the armor as you're basically doing significant damage. That is
I use
That
my
is-
minor action to move, and that's the end of my turn.
beautiful. And we're right almost to the end of this round, and we're gonna take a quick break for y'all. So on the Anomaly's turn with a 9, as you guys are slashing into it, you can see each of your subsequent attacks causing it to destabilize more and more. Its form becomes less and less corporeal as it kind of pours itself in to the core of this reactor. And then you can see it kind of disappears as the magnetic bottle starts to kind of flicker and take on this kind of kaleidoscope-esque color similar to its form. And then all of a sudden, this kind of glowing sun at the center of the reactor shifts and begins to change color. And you can see what was originally kind of a pulsing, exploding star becomes like a shimmering portal. And roiling behind the portal, you can see multiple shapes moving in a kaleidoscope of colors.
What the fuck?
And that is where we're going to take a quick break.
What? What?
Nope.
Alrighty. Well, thank you all for joining us so far. It's been a really, really exciting fight. The group is doing great. This is just a minor speed bump, minor inconvenience. Keep your hands inside the ride. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. While we're gone, please don't forget to enter the Big Churn giveaway. We hit 30 churn tonight, so we're going to be giving away a shipload of Expanse RPG PDFs. We're also giving away a player's bundle, so type in !Big Churn and !Finale for your chance to win. All right, we'll be back in 10 minutes. And we are back. Alrighty, thanks for sticking with us over that short break, and hopefully you had a chance to enter the giveaway. Where we left the Freelancers, they are fighting a two-sided battle. Antoc and his powerful combat armor and the enigmatic anomaly, sensing that it was close to being destroyed, it somehow interfaced with the ship's pinch fusion reactor and seems to have opened up a portal to its realm within Slip Space. And just roiling beyond the event horizon of whatever this thing is, those standing close by can see more kaleidoscopic colors moving just inside the void. Oh yeah, and I had a sound set aside just for this. And that is where we are going to return to our heroes. Drake, you're up with a 20. Yep, the magnetic bubble has fallen, and you can see this kind of void sitting in front of you. The hair on your arm stands as there's like a static electricity, and you can see that the power conduits all throughout this room kind of explode in a series of sparks and showers. Although the ship seems to still have power drawing it somehow from this void, this dark reality. It is your turn.
Okay. Is the anomaly still targetable?
The anomaly is, it is no longer on the map.
So it's not targetable. I can't interact with it.
It's just gone, yeah.
He's subsumed. Okay. I'm like, the dark gods of the void are coming. We should probably go.
Put your charge down on one of these pillars.
I gave you mine. Well, either way, I'm gonna use my minor action to do source the empowered dash using the source. That is my first go. Yeah, that'll do it. Although I do have a -2 because I'm raging right now, but then a +1, so that's 17. But I'll do it. Just gotta double check something really quick. Yeah, perfect. I am gonna use so that moves my I cannot talk. I'm gonna dash over. I hate this. I hate this. Fuck it. I'm here. Hi. And that was 5 power points because I had to move 60 something. 30, sorry. Or no, yeah, 60. It doesn't matter. I moved. And then I'm gonna make an attack roll. +1. Yeah, +1.
Yes.
7 stop points. 24
That
to
does hit. That hits.
Okay. That is going to be 11 points of ignore 4 armor. And I am going to use... Oh my god, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. I am going to use 2 of those stunt points to do disarm. So I'm going to try to take his mace away from him. So we're going to make opposed attack rolls.
Gotcha. Let me get to his character sheet. And you said 11 points of damage?
11 points, ignore 4 armor.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use, that was 2 points, that brings it to 5. I'm going to use 2 points of that to give me a +2 on this test.
Okie dokie.
So 5, 3, okay, cool. Okay,
Let me
so
get his character sheet up. Yeah, he's going to make an opposed attack roll against you.
So +3 to this. Yeah, 18.
Nice. So which one are you? I was assuming the mace, right?
The mace, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna go 4 meters, just behind me, like diagonal to tack. So it's like adjacent to tack, but behind me.
Beautiful. Yeah, and I actually didn't. All the things that you plan, I didn't have a mace pog pulled out, so I will just grab one really quick. Right here, you said?
Yeah. One to the left.
Beautiful.
I have 3 stunt points left, which which I'll use for adrenaline rush. Because I am very injured. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is all my stunt points of 7. That I did 11 points of ignore 4 armor. I disarmed him. I healed myself, and that's my turn.
Oh my goodness.
So I appear. I fade to invisibility. I dash over, and then from the shadows, I don't think he even realizes I'm there, and that's probably why I'm able to disarm him. I just go for like the hilt, and there's like this blasting kind of connection, and his hammer just goes flying. I think I actually do like an upward swing, so that comes up from behind me. And hammer goes clanging behind me, and then I do like a swipe across his armor that slashes across and does the damage, and then I take a big deep breath in.
Gotcha. And you can see as he's hindered, watches almost in disbelief as the hammer is struck from his hand.
And I say to him, I'm saying, hi, you're dead. You're going to die. Goodbye. That's my turn.
Deqiri, you're up with a 17, and Drugel's on deck with a 17, and then Antoc.
All right, so the last thing he said to Deqiri was that she was going to die on the ship, so she says back to him, you haven't figured it out yet, dummy. There's not going to be a ship. And she runs, he's in like low G space there, right? So she almost like runs up him, uses her thruster boots to flip over as she throws the daggers down on top of him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, much better roll. All right, that hits. But it does not stump, but that's okay.
Hey, you remember that bonus that you could add to? Oh, so you didn't stunt.
It didn't stun,
Okay.
so I can't use the bonus. But does 6 points of penetrating damage as Deqiri uses that momentum to move herself over here.
Gotcha. You can see he as the blasts go through his purplish blood, you can see is now kind of running in rivulets out through different cracks in his armor. Sparks kind of flying off of it. He is extremely hurt. Drugel, you're up with a 17, and then Antoc is up with another 17.
So Drugel at this point, no one is paying attention to, but goes invisible again.
Yeah.
Uses their minor action to move themselves, their movement, and then their major action to shoot the Kigyar that they can now see. Coming back visible, and again, no one cares. So 17 to hit with 6 stunt points.
Oh my gosh, that hits.
So we'll go ahead and shoot regular damage. Finally, something other than once. Thank the lords. And no one cares because this guy probably has 2 hit points left.
Literally had 2
damage.
Literally had 2 fortune left. So the Kigyar, like dodging and weaving with its that Nictel and his shield, its back is completely to you, unaware, and then drops to the floor with the plasma pistol to the back.
Man. Okay. So all right. So I have 7 points, right? So can I use 3 for lightning attack to shoot Antoc from where I'm at?
Yes.
And then double team. Can I use double team twice?
I think double team usually has to be on the same target.
Well, that's a lightning attack would be on Antoc, and then using double team to give people the opportunity to hit Antoc.
I wonder if that's how that works, because it's... Let me think really quick. Because it's triggering off of the same attack, right? So...
Yes, but lightning attack can be a different target. And so if I move my focus...
Right, but I mean, I'm saying the stunt points that double team generates are on the initial target, I think.
It just
let me look at the wording.
Attack on your target. You must be within range inside of the ally's attack.
Who would you use for the double team? Just riddle me this.
Drake or Tack, because I can see them. I think.
Okay, I'll let you do it, but the cost of double team, the stunt point cost is 1 increased, because that's. I think technically it would normally ever trigger on the first person who triggered the stunt, but if you're using lightning attack and then double team after, I'll increase the stunt point cost of double team by 1 to let you use it.
Cool beans. And then I'll use my 7 stunt point to give myself 1 fortune back. So let's go ahead and make a normal blaster normal pistol attack on Antoc, which is a 14 and probably won't hit.
It does not.
Okay.
And if you want a hint, Deqiri might be a good one to give the double team to.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And then I'll use the double team with Deqiri.
Their penetrating attacks are really doing a lot to Antoc.
Okay.
Her penetrating attacks.
Son of a. When they hit,
Double team is not doing us any good, is it?
these dice are killing me.
You can spend fortune if you want, buddy.
Yeah, I sure can't.
Are you low?
Not. I don't have enough to even get to the success.
Wouldn't it be cool to be taken on conditions just to succeed?
No,
Up
it
to you,
sure
buddy.
wouldn't.
No one thinks that it would be cool to do that. No.
Wait.
Man, I thought it would be cool.
Wait till later in the fight to do that.
Alrighty.
If there wasn't this giant portal in the middle of the room, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's very fair.
I went away from this portal. Boy, howdy. But that's my turn.
Beautiful. All right, so plasma pistol kind of ricochets off of the armored back of Antoc's armor, and Deqiri, your head's still ringing, trying to summon the source to you, and you can't quite get the shadow to coalesce in your hand. Your vision kind of blurred from the beating you had earlier. Antoc is up with a 17. Antoc is hindered, meaning they can't run or charge. Antoc says,
He says, "Fine. It'll be that way. The ship will be your grave." And he activates his rockets, and with the assist of the gravity lift, starts to go up towards what you know is the command center of the ship.
Turn your voice thing off.
with the rockets and the assist of the gravity lift, rockets up towards the command deck of the ship. Yeah, so he is his speed away, and the gravity lift, I would say, adds a little bit to it because it's assisting. Yeah, I would say he would be out of the room. So you see him kind of disappear up this shaft, splattering purple blood behind him as he flies.
Damn, Deqiri said a lot of things about you, but she never said you were a coward.
Kind of is. All right, that is Antoc's turn. On initiative count 17, one of these kaleidoscope motes of light coalesces from the reactor core, and you can see a shifting kaleidoscope ball of light emerges, and sounds start to fill the air. You can't tell if they're in your ears or in your mind. Hopefully you can hear that. And you can see this shining ball of light emerges from this portal and seemingly floats out several feet, hovers for a moment, and then melts through the floor, heading to a different deck on the ship. At initiative count 12, another energy mote emerges from the reactor floats out and passes, melting a hole through the wall of the ship into another cavern. Tack, you're up with an 11.
We should go. Tack will reach down, pick up the mace that's on the ground as a minor, and then downgrade my major into a move to go up the gravity well.
Hot in pursuit of Antoc. Beautiful. You can see Tack lifted up the gravity well into this pillar of light leading towards the command deck. Next up, with an initiative count 11. So I'm not even going to go over it this time. So now with increasing regularity, these anomaly-like figments of light come floating out, and they don't seem to be interested in you. They are floating and passing, burning, melting passages through the decks of the ship as they are expanding out. You can hear distant shouts and screams as people are alerted, and a distant klaxon starts to go off as these anomalies are like, there's a general alarm sounded as the anomalies have encountered other people within the ship. All right, Cassie, you're up with a 10.
Cassie hears Tack like saying that he's leaving and going up the gravity well, and Cassie's like, "You could at least let me heal you. For fuck's sake!" And then try to heal Deqiri and ready to run the fuck out of here.
All right. Are you gonna enter? Are you entering the gravity well?
I'm healing Deqiri right
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry. I thought you said and then get the. Sorry, I misheard
Well,
you.
first let me resolve my healing.
Got it.
Okay. Let's see. I'm not close enough really to heal Tack or Drake, so I don't think split power is the right move here. But I guess I'll use Mighty Power and increase the amount of healing that I do. And, I suppose adrenaline surge for myself.
Gotcha.
So let me go ahead and roll that 46. Healing for Deqiri. 14!
Woohoo! Nice.
Whew. That's better. That's much better. So, Cassie, in a panicked moment, channels her willpower through the Velikash to sort of heal Deqiri up a bit. And sort of just with one hand on her face says, "We might be coming up to that choice real soon, so because everything's real bad. But I'm here. Let's go do whatever the fuck we can do." And I guess, I guess I'm gonna launch myself up that gravity well? Question mark? Because that's the choice we're making here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If the music is too loud, I can turn it down for you guys a little bit. Yep. Let me turn this down for you guys. Better? Okay. Yeah, Cassie. So you say those parting words imbuing... Oh, Deqiri, did you say anything in response, actually?
No, I'll nod. I wasn't prepared to speak back because I thought it wasn't my turn.
Okay. So just kind of words failing, give the sudden nod as you see Cassie ascending into this purple pillar of light into what you know is the bridge of the ship. Next up on the initiative, Drake, you're up with you're up with a 20.
God, do we have enough charges to blow that core on there?
You do. It would certainly help. You don't want to be in here when it goes off, though.
So, but we're good. We don't have to do anything more.
Yeah, the thing is destabilized, and at this point, it might be better to... You're going to go to the command bridge. You might be able to do something even more from there. But yes, this will certainly help.
So just at a quick glance, Drake sees this thing. Basically, it's destabilized. It's fucked. So he puts away a thought, and he just floats up. I mean, with my minor all move, I don't know how this works. Is it just a stable velocity? Like, what?
Yeah, so if you want, what we could do is, since, like, not going to try to, like, bounce back and forth between maps, when you get to the next...
Yeah. Sorry, I can run up walls.
Okay, awesome.
Can I... Ooh, how far is Antoc up?
Antoc has kind of passed through the floor, if that makes sense, because the gravity well shoots you up pretty fast. So, if you want to try to, like, catch up to Antoc in the shaft, you would be like, that could be cool.
Parkour style, hitting the
I'm just gonna take... No, I really shouldn't, y'all. I really shouldn't. I'm just gonna take my minor action to move up and catch up with where Cassie is, so maybe she might be able to heal me. As my action... Can I do a stunt attack?
I mean, are you targeting him?
No, I don't think so. It has to be like an attack, right? It's not just like a stunt action.
Yeah, like a stunt attack. Which stunt are you trying to trigger? I should maybe
I was just
ask.
trying to do adrenaline rush.
Then yeah, sure. I would say, I mean, how would you do it? Yeah, make your best shot, you know.
Sure. 20.
No stunt though, unless you.
Right, but I get one stunt point.
Ah, okay, yeah. So you could, you could get
I
basically
get an additional one from Cassie, and then I'm gonna cash in my bond with Cassie. So here's the moment.
She's healing you.
Here's the moment. Here's really what I'm going for. I go up to her and I'm like, and I'm literally crackling with like dark red energy, and my lightsaber is like darkened and red, and I just like I'm nowhere near the edge, not even close. We can get through this, and I just let her know I'm okay. I say, remember, Nail said the dark side is a tool. And I'll cash in 3 stunt points to heal myself.
This is lit.
Yeah. So when Drake says that, Cassie just hovering, like being launched through the gravity well, like locks eyes with Drake, hears those words, cocks an eyebrow, and says, "I'm gonna hold you to that. Let's go fuck some shit up."
That's my turn.
Deqiri, you're up with a 19, and Drugel's on deck with a 17.
Okay, Deqiri would not be able to see Drugel, correct? Drugel's invisible?
No, because I hit the Kiggar last time, so I'm not technically invisible yet. Not until the beginning of my next turn.
So Deqiri just kind of gauges the distance, realizes that Drugel can make it. She had access to shipwide communications when we first came in, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So Dec puts out a broadcast to the former hunters of Antoc. This vessel is about to be capsized. You now have a choice: leave on the unarmed escape pods or perish here. Leave on an armed ship, and our fleet will destroy you. Isn't that right, Commodore Gold? And she broadcasts that to Cap App.
And it's like, Gold leader on approach.
And she runs and jumps into the lift.
Fucking inspired. Good lord.
About the same time, Drugel has opened communications with the stealth team. And it's like, time to go. time to go. And there's nothing Droogle can do from like Droogle's like nuclear, not necessarily nuclear physics, but like quantum physics. There's like blowing this up is the best way to close it, right? Giving it energy is not going to make it bigger.
Right, yeah, like the scientific term I think would be shit's fucked. Yeah, you think that maybe launching the whole ship into a star actually might be the best solution at this point.
But basically giving it more energy is not a bad thing.
Correct, yeah, you're not gonna like supercharge it and turn the whole star into a portal, consuming the entire galaxy. No. Not unless we hit 30 churn again by the end of the session.
Should have rolled better. Game's over, nerds.
Game's over. You do see Droogle by your foot. From the shrapnel is a small sliver of that slip space shard that Antoc had taken from the ring, and that was inside that device that they were using.
Cool. I will grab that and then use my major action to double run and my minor action to continue running into this portal and jump in with my tiny slip space shard. Be like, yeah, Tack picked up this mace. So that's what I'm doing. I will grab the thing, whether it's in like my third foot pod to like just kind of step on it and absorb it and then run, or if I take the time to pick it up. It doesn't.
Gotcha.
Really
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You have the time to pick it up as you like step on it. Exactly. Awesome. And Droogle, you find yourself lifted, rocketing up this gravity lift towards the bridge of the Cheops for this final confrontation. Initiative count 17 is Antoc's turn. That's before you. We are going to come into it at an initiative count 11. I'm just going to put all of you kind of on the lift, and you will see where you are on the next map as we switch maps.
And then last question before we get too far from this room. How far was the receiving beacon of the charges that I have the detonator for?
You can do it from anywhere on the ship. It measures in kilometers.
Okay, so basically if the timing would be if we were ringing out of here, we'd want to do it right before we like ring shifted our way out. Or could I do it from our ship?
You could do it from outside the ship. You're fine. Like space, the radio waves travel a long ways. You're fine.
Okay.
Just as long as you don't like slip space away. Like if you're in a different star system or different. No. Did the initiative clear for you guys?
Yep.
Okay. Here I can just add your. Weird. It's showing up on mine. That's so strange.
And there are different pogs on this map. Technically, I think. I don't know if you copy and pasted, but.
Maybe if I go grab them from the other map and paste them on this map, do you think that'll work?
I think so.
Let's try that. Because I had added them before. Here, let me just do that really quick.
I don't know if it'll make it visible to us, but yeah.
Let me try. That's the worst. That's the worst thing that we could do is try, right?
Yeah. No, the worst thing you know.
All right, you guys are there.
Right,
I'm deleting the old ones. Does it work for you?
Nope.
We still can't see the turn order.
All right, let me just remove. It's so weird because I can see it, but okay, I will do this. So Tack was at an 11. Can you see Tack now?
Yes.
All right, Cassie is at a 10.
Yes. And Antoc's not showing up for us either, by the way.
Yeah, I see that on mine too. Cassie's at a 10. Droogle's at a 17. Hey, it wouldn't be one of Chase's games if there wasn't some issue with the initiative tracker. And Drake, with all of his little pogs on him, is at a 20.
While we're taking care of this, make sure you've entered in our giveaways.
Yeah.
Exclamation point, big churn, because we hit 30 churn, we're going to be giving away a ton of stuff. And also for our finale, we've got a big pack, so exclamation point finale in the chat to enter into that one.
Got it. Alrighty, and I'm going to move Droogle before. Well, Droogle goes before Antoc. So Tack, you find yourself emerging from a little bit before your friends, just moments before your friends, and your feet land on this kind of opulent black marble floor. This thing right here in the center of the room is kind of like a wall. So, but you with your tremor sense kind of know that Antoc is on the other side of that wall.
Got it. So we'd have to move around it fully.
Correct.
Okay, give me 1 second because I didn't know that. So I've got to check distances. All right. In that case,
Oh, is Deqiri not on the initiative? I'll get her.
I'm not muted.
19.
so Tack will move there, and then stunt attack to taunt Antoc.
Ah. Nice. All right, make your roll.
18.
Oh, so and that's against his willpower.
Well, that's for the stunt attack, so I didn't stunt.
Oh, so that stunts. Okay,
I get 1, and then I get 1 from Cassie, which gives me enough for taunt. Anyways.
gotcha. And did you have your? You can make an attack. Like you have your grenade launcher, don't you?
No, Cassie has it still.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. That works.
Yeah. So basically just banging my hammer against my shield and yelling at, "Why did you
All right,
run away,
well-
you coward?"
What was that, Alexis?
Are you banging his mace against your shield?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That makes sense. I'm trying to think. Yeah. And now he's gonna make his willpower test.
17.
So he has to attack, or attack you, I believe. So it says he must
Attack or oppose me
attack
in
or
some
oppose
way.
you in some way. Got it. All right. Good to know. All right, that's your turn with an 11. Cassie, you're up with a 10. You kind of emerge from this gravity while finding yourself in the command room of the Cheops.
Okay. And does it look like he's trying to get into an escape pod? What is that he's... Or is that like the command chair?
You can't really see him. Sorry, there's a wall between you and him. You can't see him. But he's at the command chair. You can see Tack looking past. You kind of know generally the layout of these ships, so you know he's at the command chair.
Damn. Okay, alright. I can't see him, so... what I will do... Damn, I don't have action economy!
Good, actually. I can move him onto the chair. That's where he is.
Hang on, I don't know if I can even make it. Oh, I can make it to tap. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my move action to come up near Tack, like here. So hopefully still have cover from Antoc.
Okay.
Do I?
Have cover from Antoc? Yeah, you'd be
Yes.
behind that wall. So yes.
Okay. And I'm going to hold my actual action, my major action, until I'm assuming Drake is going to come right past me to get up to Antoc, and I will try to get a heal off on both of them at the same time. Here's hoping.
Gotcha. Okay. I believe that works. So, let me just double check one minor thing.
But if Drake doesn't come past me, then I'll just let my heal off on Tack.
Okay. Just to let you know, preparing is actually a minor action to do your major action on somebody else's turn.
Oh, fuck.
Just heal Tack. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll just heal Tack.
Yeah.
Alright. It works.
Nice.
That is some really not worth trying to stunt. Okay, I will spend 3 power points on healing tack. You get 8 points. I'm trying.
Ain't bad when that's like a third of your health, you know, or more.
Yeah. True.
Awesome.
And then-
Survive an extra attack.
Yeah. And then I guess
Is that your-
I'm gonna, seeing that like, all is going on. I have 1 square movement left. I think I'll end my turn. God, it's rough. I'm just gonna end it there.
Okay. So running forward, you heal. You like digging deep down into your reserves. You heal. Tack yet again. From deeper within the ship, you can hear distant explosions as the set charges from the other team go off, and the ship lurches. Alerts kind of popping up on the comm panels all around as you see Antoc like desperately trying to take control of the ship. This kind of white star dominating the view screen in the front as the ship rockets forward. Cassie, that is your turn. Talk to the top of the initiative. Drake with a 20.
Minor action to using power dash. That'll just do it. That's what I needed because I get a -2/+1. I'm gonna and appear next to Antoc with my minor action. I would be invisible. 3 invisible shapes dancing around him.
Gross.
Yeah, I know. And then he's sitting in the chair.
He's standing like next to it. You can see this chair is overly large to fit his large form, as he's basically trying to wrestle control of the ship.
Okay.
You can see that kind of placed all around the room. Actually, sorry I didn't describe this earlier, but it's important. You can see ports where several escape pods have already been used, and there's a handful of them in the back, as the bridge crew have abandoned the ship. And you could see he was basically trying to like do anything, frantically.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to. This is a sorry. This is a stunt. I believe it's a stunt. Yeah, it's a stunt attack. 1 second. Oh, I actually didn't get enough. That's okay. I mean, I hit. I just didn't get enough for the stunt that I wanted. That's okay.
Okay.
Fuck me with the stick. He's got a gun on him.
He does.
I'm gonna disarm him.
Awesome.
So opposed attack rolls. I get a +1
Yep.
to this. Get fucked. Honestly, get fucked.
So yeah.
I will throw it 9 squares over to 9 squares, 9 meters. Sorry.
9 meters.
There.
Awesome.
Yeah. Or yeah, there in between the Cassie or Tack. So I appear yet again. I'm like, got the other one. I do a swing. It smacks it. I do like a side swing. It smacks it out of hand. There's a big blast of energy again from the lightning. And
That's awesome.
His gun goes spinning over and lands on Cassie's feet. That's my turn. It was a stunt attack, so there's no damage.
Got it. Yeah, you can see like his glove is white hot, and he kind of looks over at you with surprise as you appear in front of him.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Next up on the initiative with a 19 is Deqiri.
So, Deqiri's light form races around the right-hand side of this wall with her movement. She's going to come around and use her charge, activating the booster pack boots that and by the way, the effects are really loud, Chase.
Oh, okay.
She's going to come around with a charge, coming up on top, overhead, and on Antoc with an overhead strike with the Shadow Dagger.
Is that better for sound for everybody?
That does hit.
Oh, and you stunted.
Stunted with 5 points. So I think we're going to go with a lethal attack on this one.
Mm-hmm. Lethal blow, you mean?
Lethal blow, yes.
And is this... this is with the Shadow Curry. Okay. Roll your damage.
All right, this is just the dagger damage so far. 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe lethal is 2 more. Low rolls, but 9 points of penetrating damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh shit!
So she's coming down, and as her hand is coming down, it's aiming at his faceplate. And at the very last second, she hits the power center just to the right on his neck that she knows that is on the javelin to completely disable the armor, knocking him unconscious.
And you can see with a gasp, the armor plate on his face opens up and looks at you in disbelief, his red eyes locking with yours, and then with a moment of fleeting realization, slumps to the ground with a thud, the heavy power armor laying inert.
She looks up at the rest of the group. We're going, but we're sending this as a package.
Alrighty. Deqiri, that was your turn with a 19. Well, I would say we're out of combat now. Drugel, you appearing into the up out of the thing, you can hear distant explosions all around you. Series of escape pods in front of you, and you can see a white star kind of dominating the view screen as the pyramid-shaped ship is rocketing forward. What are you going to do?
So am I still invisible, or did I come back into visibility at this point?
You were no longer invisible once the encounter ends. You have like a little bit left.
Damn it.
If it's for dramatic effect.
If it's for dramatic effect, you can just appear.
No, I'm just teasing. So we thought that there were rings on this level, right? There were rings in the command center, and then down in the warehouse. There were 2 sets of rings.
I think the rings are a level down. But you guys have a set of shiny escape pods that you could use equally good to get off the ship at this point, especially if you're wanting to rocket it into a star.
Yeah. Then I am going to bypass my way into the control center of the ship so that Deqiri can set autopilot into wherever this thing needs to go.
Gotcha.
So I think that falls under quick hacks, because I'm going to use my bypass.
Yeah, and I think it's on a terminal you can see, so you basically lock onto one of these panels on the left or right hand side. Does that activates your quick hack successfully?
Yeah, it does.
Beautiful. Yeah, so you're basically able to drop whatever command lockouts exist on the ship.
Perfect. So that's at this panel, right?
Yeah, sure. You know, there are ones on the left and the right, and there is an access panel on the back of that wall. Yeah, so you're able to do that very quickly.
Okay. Then I would yell to Deqiri, can you set autopilot before we jump ship for the nearest, largest ball of gas and flame?
And as Strickle's saying that, Deqiri's already hopping into the seat. as is her usual move.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
And then if I need to do the same thing on the escape pod so that we have control of it, I will do that as well.
Yeah, no need. No need on that. They're luckily they're made to be easily accessed. So yeah, I was gonna say, and with that, Droogle is able to drop whatever command lockouts exist. Oh. were you
While
gonna say
I'm
something?
standing here and while Deqiri is doing that, since there's multiple console attachments, I want to download whatever information is on this thing as fast as I can.
Okay. Make me. That would be on your, because this was a major action to use your quick hack, right?
Minor action.
Minor action. All right. So then, yeah, I guess use your major action to make me intelligence technology test.
19.
That I would say that is successful. You do a quick and dirty data dump of the Cheops's core.
And I always have a little protected, spun up web packet or whatever it is these things are called that can hold viruses or whatever it is that I'm downloading off of this thing.
Right.
And I take it all.
Beautiful. Yeah, you're going to be coming through that for weeks. I would say now we have exited any kind of semblance of turn-based combat. The ship's controls are yours, Deqiri. You could hear the static pop into your headphones. Goal leader calling in. Things are looking pretty bad over there.
Yeah, things are about to get a whole lot hotter here, but we're getting out.
That ship's dumping escape pods like fleas from a cat.
Good. Any of them go weapons active, take them out.
Roger, Roger.
We need CapEp to pick us up from the pods, right? Okay. We're hopping into some of those. Pick us up.
Cassie will look over at Deqiri and look down at Antoc and look back at Deqiri and say, "What do you want to do with this?"
In a pod for now. But take the armor.
Alright, so Cassie, hopefully with Tack's help, I guess, is gonna start working on getting Antoc out of that fucking armor.
Tack would pick up the spiker, put it on his hip, and then walk over to help. Or well, run over to help Cassie get Antoc out and lift the heavy power armor.
Gotcha. Yep, I would say the armor is quite heavy. I'm not going to make you roll strength might tests because I know you can do it. You're able to. Are you trying to trying to extract him from the armor and then take it with?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, as you pull his limp form, you've only ever really seen Antoc in his large power armor, but as you pull him out, you are struck by just how light and kind of frail Antoc is. Shishayan, they evolved on a low gravity planet and they fly. So the monstrous combat form that he used to be is kind of withers away until you see him in his most vulnerable state. He's not able to resist, so you're able to pull him out with him being unconscious. And yeah, attack. It takes you quite a bit of oomph, but you're able to drag this power armor towards one of the escape pods.
I think Cassie will slap locator beacons or whatever on those so that we know that those are the ones that we want to definitely pick up.
Gotcha.
So before they launch Antoc's pod, Deck walks over. Since she has access to ship-wide and I would assume the escape pods as well, she starts broadcasting what her eye sees to everybody. Mm-hmm. Former hunters, behold your captain now. Today you leave the name Hunter behind. Should you regroup under this banner again, and you start to see the shadows form so that only you can see her eye, and her eye starts glowing red, the eye of the void will hunt and end you. And she shuts down the communications and sends his pod racing out.
As you kind of throw his limp body into the pod and you see it rocket out of the ship. Bullshit.
Drake wanted to be standing by Deqiri the whole time while she's going through this, and then once she once he feels like we're getting ready to leave, he's just gonna take a knee, put his blade of light in the ground, and he just all the darkness, all the rage that he's exhuming ends, and he deactivates his blade of light.
Gotcha. As you feel the dark energy that was lending you strength, you kind of feel like almost like a weakness departing you. It almost doesn't feel good. You miss the strength that it gave.
Is that new?
Nah, I used it the last time we fought the anomaly. Let's get the hell out of here.
Gotcha.
What was that, Deqiri?
No, she meant the getting rid of the rage. Oh,
Yeah, I've achieved inner peace.
And you guys are met with one final obstacle as you are dragging Tack, the power armor, towards the escape pods. You see there are 5 escape pods, and 5 of you.
Who wants to bunk with Drake?
These are kind of like coffins.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
There's no bunking. Well,
How much can Droogle compact? Like, we know Droogle
Unfortunately-
can become like a whole door, but can I become like a backpack?
No, I mean you've got so much volume and mass. It's like, you still roughly take up a medium-sized creature's material. You're like stuffing silly putty into a box.
if one of us donned the armor, could we get in?
Now that would work.
All right, Deck jumps into the armor.
As you kind of get in, you can feel it's a little tight, as it was designed for somebody else. The power systems come online, and you can see like red alert lights everywhere as it is significantly damaged. You can see that the reactor is near depleted from the attacks and damage that you did, but you're able to kind of jerkily drag yourself into one of the escape pods.
You might have to push me in.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do on the ship before you jettison?
Quick question. So, there are the 5 of us, Antoc, and that power armor, and there were only 5 escape pods?
You already jettisoned Antoc in the 6th escape pod.
Okay.
There were 6 before.
Okay. So now we're all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Bravo team's already on the way out, right?
Yeah.
Is there like, did Antoc have like a banner or something here? Like any not signage, that's not the word I'm looking for.
I mean, his armor is the most notable. Like, there's no, like, cloth banner hanging of Antoc here. But you have his suit of armor, which was iconic to him.
Okay, and no
And the
like
hunters.
no like symbol from from Rot or anything.
No, I mean,
Okay.
it's... No. Nothing, no,
Okay.
like, real iconography. It's... Sorry, like...
No, that's fine. I was just
Yeah,
asking.
well, you would notice that, actually, now that I think of it, like, there would be, like, an inscription on the armor, because, tattoos are a large part of their culture, so there are, like, almost like tattoos, but, like, spot welded onto the surface of the armor.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now that you ask me and I'm thinking about it, I got a little bit of brain fog right now.
That's okay. And we'll get any kind of communication that Antoc has been having with Rot in the data dump that Drupal got, right?
Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to parse through it, but...
Because otherwise I would take whatever communications logs I could before we leave.
Yeah, Droogle downloaded the whole data core. You're good.
And that's fine. Yeah, I think that's... I think
Let's-
Cassie just helps Deqiri get into that armor and into the escape pod and then says, "You ready?"
Do it.
Seals her up and jettisons her out. Cassie climbs into hers and gets the fuck out of Dodge. Make sure
Drake-
that everybody else is getting in theirs too.
Drake will swan dive into his. He's like, ah!
Gotcha. And as you each kind of pile into your suits and you feel yourselves, there are inertial dampeners in these escape pods, but not as strong as on a ship. And you feel yourselves pressed into the back of your seats as they jettison from the ship. And they zoom away from the ship under their own power. You can see as you are kind of rocketing away from it, there's a heads-up display kind of pops up on the inside of this almost coffin, claustrophobic coffin, and you can see Antoc's pyramidal-shaped ship, explosions rocketing off of it left and right, sparks in the drive plume from it. Normally a gentle gold glow is kind of this kaleidoscopic color as the ship shields melt away and it plunges into the heart of this white star. A massive explosion, and although there is no sound in space, you can see a shockwave coming towards you as your escape pods are tossed like a ship in a storm. After a moment, the waves of distortion pass, and static kind of washes over your escape pods' audio systems, and you hear a familiar voice. Gold Leader, I got you on my scopes! Coming to pick you up! And that is the end of that scene. So we are gonna now we're gonna have a chance to fast forward in time a little bit and move into kind of like the epilogue for the season. I know it's 8:50. You want to be respectful of people's time, so I'm gonna stop the driving music and the horrible alien sounds.
I was about to say the churn goes up.
Turn goes up by 1.
Don't worry, we'll hit 30 again in the epilogue.
We'll just leave it there for next season. Can everyone hear that music?
Yeah.
Okay. Taking a deep breath. I would say, in the aftermath, I'll wait for Matthew to return so he can hear the epilogue.
Don't forget about the giveaways that are going on right now, folks.
Exactly. Matthew's back. I would say this epilogue takes place in the intervening couple of weeks after the battle on Antoc's ship. News of the defeat and destruction of Antoc and Antoc's hunters quickly spread throughout the local sector as a large power vacuum is formed, and one of Vescal Rots, the pirate in his pirate kingdom, is defeated. I would say that the local network is kind of aflutter with the implications of who could have this new player is that has successfully overtaken Antoc and maybe is gunning for the rest of those pirate lieutenants. Additionally, I would say that in local news there was a bit of a mishap and a bit of an intergalactic incident, as apparently there was a kind of a failed attempt from the Unified Authority on a local space station that resulted in the destruction and loss of a bit of life and equipment, although the UA and ONI maintains that it was not them and they sanctioned no actions, although the investigation is still ongoing. You've each had a chance to patch yourselves up, and I would say that you find yourselves on the Quixote, or the Quixote has found its way back to Reltac Nor, and you guys are able to kind of do what you would have been, explain what you've been doing and kind of how you want to wrap up season 2. So let's maybe all stay. Where would we find? Would you guys all be? Where would we find you guys? Would you guys all be on the ship, or would you be off doing your own thing? I'm just gonna hand it over to you guys for any scenes you'd like to do to close out.
I was wondering if maybe Drake was gonna have some sort of meditation to deal with his dark side points.
I mean, we can resolve that during interlude stuff.
Yeah, I just have
Drake,
one.
unless Drake wants to.
I just have
I
one.
Okay, I was just thinking that maybe like Cassie could sit and like meditate with him.
Sure.
Okay.
I didn't know.
I'll meditate with you. Drake will meditate with anyone.
Yeah. Trying to basically give Drake, lend him your strength to
Yeah.
overcome his demons.
And I think Cassie will just like as they're settling in and getting and preparing to meditate and all that, just say dark side is a tool, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Just like violence.
Does it feel like a shift in your approach towards all that?
It makes it less dangerous. Sometimes when we treat things as if they're life or death, we end up giving them power over us more than they would have. And I no longer fear the dark side. I no longer fear it taking over me. Which actually means I can resist it.
That's good. I'm a little relieved to hear that. I'm really glad that you got a chance to visit Nails, I think. I can see a distinct change.
Sometimes we just need to be near the people that love us and that understand who we are. Every part of us.
Yeah. It's a powerful thing, that.
Do you have a home boat to go back to, Cassionia?
I have generations of homes. And I keep making new ones. They're all a little different, but they each have that there's no better way to say it than that, sense of home. The bad, the good, all of it.
I think I'm ready to. I don't know if I'm ready, but I want to go after Director Shepard. I want to find where they are, what they're doing, and I want to get some answers for what they did to me. And I also I am ready to find out who's missing me out there. And if I have, by either adoptive or biological parents, maybe some siblings, I don't know.
Well, I think I can help you there.
with all we've seen and all we've done. And yet something tells me this is the tip of a very, very large iceberg.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head there. Oh, no pun intended. Oops, sorry.
But after the pyramid and after Noxtod, after everything, this group can do it. We've got it.
Sorry, I sneezed and I couldn't hear you.
I said after Noxtod and after the Cheops, this group can do it. I believe in us.
Yeah. Seem to be skating right by on that luck. And, determination.
Yeah.
You ready to be a betting man again? You never stopped.
Yeah, I never stopped.
Just had to learn how to bet on the right horse, huh?
Yeah.
Well, whatever your past brings, we're here. I'm gonna do some improv here. Can I share something with you? Cassie leans in and raises an eyebrow.
I didn't have anything on me when I came back to consciousness except for some pocket lint. And this. And he pulls out a single band ring that's gold. I think I was married. Or I just put it on to pick up people at bars, but I think I might have been married.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well then fuck. Let's figure that out.
Let's do that.
So I think there's like a little bit more banter there between Cassie and Drake about like, what do you think he looked like, and like, so do you think you were the big spoon or the little spoon, like all kinds of and going on from there. And I think then after the meditation and everything, Cassie will start getting in contact with her contact to that Tokra contact to get those memory recall devices.
Good. Good. What else?
So once the Quixote is close enough to a station or some other structure that has authority within it, she's gonna place the bound and gagged Antoc back into an escape pod with Drugel's assistance, and set a course for the escape pod. And she's gonna bend down, I spent half a lifetime figuring out how I would kill you. And with friends like these, I realized it'd be far too easy for you. And so I'm going to leave you the way that you found me. Alone, vulnerable, and scared. And let's see if the void was as merciless as you were to me. And with that, she sends the escape pod out. Not knowing that he doesn't know that where he's going, but shoots the escape pod out while it's broadcasting a signal. Herein is the coward Antoc on repeat. And she just looks over at Drugel. Better, right?
Much. And of course, Drugel would make sure that there was enough information on that pod to keep him locked away and the key lost for a very long time.
Oh, of course. Antoc is infamous. Awesome.
But actual proof. Because you know how governments screw stuff up. So, you know.
And in the intervening time, Deqiri later shows the group takes off her half jacket, and on her left shoulder blade, the hunter's mark has been removed, but she has a new mark. There's a shield made up of hundreds of interlocking pieces on the left, a laser sword with wisps of electricity dancing around it on the right, a computer terminal that looks like Drugel's with an image of a dividing path on it, and at the top, a compass, but in the place of the N is the letter C. I thought this was appropriate.
Fucking amazing.
I think Cassie just sort of looks at that, and there's just tears, just a glimmer of tears welling up behind the eyes as she sort of just traces the compass with her finger and says, looks way better on you.
She embraces Cassie.
No door, though?
Well, she shows her locket.
I'm just kidding.
That's all I have.
Anything else, folks?
I think, let's see. If the group has like some amount, right, of downtime ahead of them where they're figuring some stuff out, I think Cassie will book some either a trip or like some holodeck time with like some Earth and other human settlement stuff to kind of like do the whole tour guide thing with Tack.
Nice.
Tack would definitely join Cassie for that. Without hesitation, notebook in hand.
uh,
Love it.
and will not use live worms whenever she ends up teaching Tack how to fish.
Perfect.
Got one other thing, but
Okay.
Droogle, of course, would be parsing through all of that information and answering questions that anyone had on what it was, making sure Deqiri had access to whatever file Antoc had on Deqiri.
Mhm.
And taking a break from that at some point would check in on Palak
Mhm.
and the miners that we pulled from the warehouse.
Gotcha.
And one, make Palak pay us, but two, make sure those miners ended up home with their families, with whatever questions they had answered, because
Gotcha.
Droogle feels that they deserve that.
Yep. Yeah, after it takes them a little while to recover from the freezer burn from those cryo units, but Palak, I would say Palak pretty hastily pays you, and then pays you in the full amount, which is a little bit uncharacteristic of him. He doesn't even try to haggle you down too much. And then he actually, the next day, you find that he's actually departed Rel Technor in his private ship and has headed to Ferenginar. Whatever attempts were made on his life seemingly have shaken him. He and his assistant go to their home. So you don't think this is probably the last you've seen of Palak. He does issue one warning if you check where his office was. It just says, beware of Novagen. They are not to be trifled with. The Sheltech Mining Corporation, I would say that they are basically, they've gotten closure in terms of whatever they were looking for. If you remember from 16 episodes ago, they just wanted to find out what happened to their missing ship and their missing crew. They have a sense of closure and peace, and although the discovery doesn't bring back their lost friends and family, it does bring them the closure that they needed, and they would thank you for saving their lives.
And then the last thing Droogle would do is the small second slip shard. It's smaller than the first one, so I'm assuming that it would be somewhat more manageable.
Yes, you think that it has definite potential.
Then in downtime, I'm going to try and integrate it with our, obviously with the team support, integrate it with the slip space drive on the ship to see if we can control it and if we can control the time it uses, so that we can go places faster.
Understood.
And then basically patent and stabilize that technology and use it to our advantage at some point. Financially, whatever.
Yeah, you think that this is possible. You're kind of branching into a whole new field of slip space physics, but you think with enough time and study, you can make this work. The Forerunners did. You can too. Awesome. Anything from Tack or Drake? I know that Cassie said she had one last scene.
Tack would probably just be working in the armory on trying to repair up that javelin if Deck gave the okay on that, or if it was more of a trophy, as well as just preparing, putting things together, figuring out how things work, and just watching videos in the downtime.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're familiarizing yourself with the engineering bay of this ship, and it's very well equipped, and you think that you can make good use of that. And hey, Antoc's mace is pretty powerful. You think that you could integrate some of the technology from your power hammer and use it on your own. And Matthew, I think I saw you shake your head no for Drake. Are you good?
I'm good. I said the things I wanted to say.
Beautiful. Deqiri, do you have anything? Or is that your thing? Oh, you said you were done. Sorry. So, Cassie.
I think, so the last thing for me is just finding some quiet time with Deqiri to ask, so, how do you feel now after all that?
I feel free. I mean, taking down Rot's always going to be there, but if there's anything I've learned from the cube, I don't have to chase that. I think with the 5 of us, we'll get there.
Damn it, I had something to say and now I've completely forgotten it because, you know, why not? Sorry. I think Cassie will just sort of just kind of lean a little bit forward and say, and your shadow powers, huh? How are you? You seem to be getting a pretty good handle on those pretty quickly.
She raises her hand as just a wisp moves from one hand to the right hand to the left. Maybe just from spending as much time in the void as I have, some of it's rubbed off on me. But I think this is different than how Drake interacts with it. I don't feel one way or the other about it, light or dark, but I suppose how I use it is what makes a difference. Besides which, you see the shading go down on her eyes again. Comes in handy every now and then she just spells it away.
You're so fucking dramatic.
You think I scared him?
Hell yeah, I think you scared them.
I wanna help Drake. I feel like this is slotted a piece away for me, but I think that should be next for us. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's definitely one of those things that's better to be proactive about. And I am I'm glad that Drake seems to be in a place that he's ready to tackle that.
Thanks, Cassie, for everything. I think I would have died a half dozen times over if it weren't for you.
You don't need to thank me. You kind of saved me too. I was getting real detached there. I think I had shut myself away too long. You brought me back out of my shell.
And with that, Deqiri reaches for Cassie.
I'll show you how you can thank me, though.
I'm game.
Fade to black.
And as the camera pulls away, you can see first the Quixote docked on one of the docking rings of Reltech Nor. And the scene pulls back even further, revealing the star which Reltech Nor, star system in which it resides, pulls even further back and just shows that it is just one of many stars in a galaxy of millions of bright and brilliant suns. That is where we're going to end season 2.
Yay! Good job, everybody. Great job, Chase.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
You did a terrific job, Chase.
Thank you. And I mean, I couldn't have done it without you guys at all. So, great job, y'all. Thanks for bringing it. Alrighty. Cat Bap. Yeah, I sure am tired of these cold suns. Just flying around them. And the ship trying to go super fast. Yeah. I didn't want to ruin this scene, but I thought it'd be funny if Cat Bap was like, where am I on the tattoo? I think better be making an addition. Cat Bap gets a copy of it on his lower back just to match.
There's a little bit of gold right there.
God.
Matching tattoos.
You're a supporting character, Cat Bap. You're not a main cast member. Get over it.
Everyone's a main cast member in their own lives. Great job, folks. Thank you so much. Really quick, guys, folks, don't forget to enter our giveaway. We have, last chance. We're going to go around and say our favorite moments. So exclamation point, big churn. We're going to be drawing that today. Exclamation point, finale for the other giveaway. Thank you to Green Run for providing all those Expanse RPG PDFs. They've been extremely supportive for Cold Suns since its inception, essentially. So thank you so much. So I think we're going to go around, tell people where to find you, our favorite moments. So let's go ahead and we're going to reverse the order. We'll start with Alexis.
Whew. Okay. Good gosh. Hi, I'm Alexis. You can find me at FoxFanato on Twitter, where I'm tweeting these days about things like my builds in Valheim and in Tailspire. So, that's there. It's fun. I love it. It's a good creative outlet. Let's see. I played Cassie for this season of Cold Suns. It was a blast. And since this is a season wrap, I'm gonna pick more than one favorite moment because I'm just going to do it. Gosh, there were so many really good ones, but I think one of them that I really want to make sure gets a light shown on it is Tack with Antoc's mace like pounding Antoc's own mace on his shield to taunt him. That imagery is amazing in my head. I love it so much. But also just like all of the intimidation and like the dramatics from Deqiri with the void of the eye moment. So fucking good. And the way that, oh my gosh. So good. I just think that was so. One, Sean did an amazing job, like narrating all of that with the imagery, so good, and also like just the fucking poetry of it all. It was just leaving Antoc. The way that Antoc found Deqiri was just chef's kiss. So good. Couldn't have asked for that, for a better like flip for that poetry and that. So good. I'm going to pass it over to Sean.
Oh, what a season. Wow. So, I'm Sean. I'm only here for Cold Sun, so I'll be impatiently waiting for season 3. Oh, wow. This was a great end, Chase. I had thoughts about going up to the command center. I had no idea that this was actually going to be a pre-planned map. So just excellent planning, excellent execution overall, and favorite moments. So for me, knowing that Antoc was on his last legs, the fact that Drake used that move for a disarm instead of finishing him, knowing that Deck was coming around the corner, awesome. Just completely awesome. Saving that last bit. I wasn't left unnoticed. I saw exactly what was going on there, and I greatly appreciated that. It was really awesome. But the whole scene of the anomaly and the portal, and like I had all these thoughts about what was going to happen after we defeated Antoc, and it just got chaotic from there. So I think just the pacing and everything else was just really excellent. So thanks, Chase. Great job. And I'll pass this over to Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. You can find me at Know When You Know Backwards. Favorite moment from this episode of the whole season. Season has been great. I think the actions of the anomaly probably stand out to me the most. Drake taunted it while it was in its capsule, in its churn box. And so it went after Drake for like 2 turns and was like, well, I'm sick of this shit. Let's blow it up. And it turned around and created a, for lack of a better term, void portal, which it'll be interesting to see if any of those escaped into space, or if they all got blown up with the ship going into the star, because we didn't really pay attention to that. So that'll be fun to see the consequences of our actions later. And I think that's all I've got. So I will pass it along to Matthew.
Hey folks, I'm Matthew Foreman. You can find me here on Dice Prior. You can also find me on Twitch TV/Matt Foreman, where I stream Dead by Daylight, Survivor and Killer, and I've also been streaming Tailspire. I'm making dungeons and stuff, which you actually might see here on this channel in like Goon Saloon and other shows. So you can get a little sneak peek. Let's see, my favorite moment. So I will say, here's what I'll say. I thought I whenever we had the anomaly fight on the rock and all that happened, I was like, wow, how are we going to do more than that? And then we had the coffin fight, which felt like, okay, how are we gonna do more than that? and then and then we had this, like, okay. And then when the void portal opened up, I was like, all right. So I guess the only other thought I have there is, how are we going to do more than that? And I just terrific job. That's all I have to say. Yeah. I'll throw it over to Rob. Yeah.
Yeah, Rob at Pyromancer804. I'm usually here on this channel. I'll probably be back for whatever the next show is. Favorite, I think most of them have been said, but like, yeah, I echo what Liz and Matt said. Like the fights, the atmosphere, like the combat setup that you've done, the scenes, like the maps, the shifting of the maps, like your recordings, your sound effects, Chase, like top notch, like absolutely fantastic. Like I cannot say that enough, and I think that, yeah, just the way everything's set up, the scenes, all of it has been fantastic this season. So, and I'll send it on back to you.
Thank you, and thank you guys all for the kind words. You know, I would say, I mean, appreciate it. You know, fancy maps and sound effects can only go so far, but you guys, you know, were really fantastic this season. Not that you weren't fantastic the previous season, but you know, you've really, you know, kind of, I feel like you guys have hit stride with your characters. You've gone up in levels a little bit, so you have more abilities at your disposal. But honestly, just like even the interpersonal moments and all that, none of these scenes would really feel meaningful or, you know, impactful if it didn't have good character arcs and drama behind it. You know, if we were just playing a bunch of floating guns that were cardboard cutouts, it wouldn't feel real. So thank you all for taking it, I would say, seriously, you know, as serious as it can be, and, you know, giving it your all. And I want to especially commend, not to call him out too much, but Sean, you know, like, Sean doesn't do this all the time, you know, for, you know, as an extensive ongoing hobby. And so, I mean, fantastic work, friendo, and glad to have you and everyone else on the channel. So thank you very much. Yeah, and so exciting, you know, keep your eyes peeled. I can't say too much, but there's going to be some exciting Cold Sun / Expanse stuff coming up in the near future. And then obviously, as always, keep your sensors looking out for news about season 3. So, all right, let's go ahead, and we are going to first draw the big churn giveaway.
All right, did we want to do the single giveaway first?
Oh yeah,
let's
do the single giveaway first. Yep.
Perfect. All right, so I will close that one and draw. Tech Cuddler. Tech Cuddler.
Congratulations. Tech Cuddler will be getting in contact with you with your giveaway codes and instructions on how to redeem them. Alrighty, and you know, it worked out perfectly. We had exactly one big churn giveaway code left for the season, and this is it. So let's go ahead and draw and see who won.
Alright, closed. And hold on, it's being glitchy. Need to refresh the page.
The anomaly is the winner.
The anomaly is the winner.
Oh god, it's made it.
There we go.
Reality.
Okay, pick winner. Some old pirate.
Arr!
Some old pirate.
Antoc won the giveaway.
Arr.
A bridge
Perfect.
and some books.
Very cool. Yeah, so you know, and I think 9:32. How many people do we have left on the big churn giveaway who haven't won, Rob?
Okay, let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people.
Wow. You know what? What we're gonna do? We have a bunch of giveaway codes for GM's kits and for players' kits giveaway. We're going to be reaching out to those people who entered the big churn giveaway and did not win, and we will be giving away all the remaining GM and player kits. Do you want to read off some of those names, Pyromancer?
Yeah, I can just start clicking and pick winner until I'm out. And it will post them check. So Monk Games.
Hey.
Monk Games. Woo! Longtime friend of the channel.
The Infinity.
The Infinity.
Hey.
Infinati.
Infinity?
The Infinati.
I'm not good with names. Ironing Board DM.
Hey. Hey, yo, Mike.
The Cuddler again.
Killer again.
Hey.
Almost all the Expanse books.
Ashenworks.
Ashenworks.
Hey.
I had to change it up.
Elrose.
Hey!
Elrose.
Congrats, everybody!
Think that is everyone.
I like how everybody
Dude!
won something. Whoever
Yeah.
entered
Everybody
the
won
picture.
something.
Everyone
That's
got
great.
Everyone's a
something.
winner here on Dice
That's
Party.
awesome.
Chase
I
just
love
made
that.
so much admin time for himself. He's gonna be
Yeah, I
busy.
did. That's because
I would
because
love
we
to
love
help.
y'all.
I would love to help, but I don't want to.
So
Thanks,
we'll be
Elrose,
getting.
for the bits.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elrose. And
Oh, we hope you enjoy your
we'll be getting
GM kit.
contact with all of you guys on how to redeem your codes. And thanks again, Green Ronin, for all your support this season, last season, and hopefully in future seasons. So check them out. They're really great. They have an active Discord, and they stream actually on Twitch pretty often. I was watching their Mutants and Masterminds just yesterday. So
Yep.
Good stuff. All right, so we're going to go ahead and rate. I think So Maddie Games is still up, right?
Yeah.
So yes, stick around. We're going to roll the outro video, and then we're going to raid So Maddie.
Do we want to tell him about season 3's guest star? Meryl Streep, everybody.
Yes, Meryl Streep. She's coming out of retirement just to be on here. So,
Not really.
yeah, good
It's
stuff.
just
Thanks,
Matthew
everybody.
dressed up as Meryl Streep.
Correct.
You know what? I'm here for that. I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Chef's kiss. You know, how can we top season 2? That's how. So, alrighty, folks. All right, thanks everybody for your support. We'll see you again soon. Stay around and.